everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going and doing another reading vlog. I apparently was filming a reading vlog for the past like 4 months in my old house that I didn't remember that I was filming because I went into a reading slump for so long. So on my little external storage right here, I have a bunch of footage of a reading vlog that I was filming literally 4 months ago. What I figured I would do, instead of just losing that footage completely, I figured I would put that footage here in this video and then continue on with the reading vlog in today's time. This reading vlog is going to start many months ago in my old house, and then you will slowly see it progress into today. Enjoy. Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are starting the first reading vlog of this year of 2024. I haven't been filming much of my reading. I don't really know why. I just wasn't really thinking about it. So really quickly, I'm gonna go over the 5 books that I've already read this year. Pretty proud of myself. I set my Goodreads reading goal for 100 books. I don't know if you can see that. 100 is my goal for this year, and I've read 5 of them. Very quickly, the first book that I finished this year was A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas, which is the last and most recent book of ACOTAR. I gave it 2 stars. Oh, apparently I gave it 3 stars. Honestly, looking back at it, I definitely probably would give it 1 or 2. I listened to the graphic audio book, so it had like acting and music, and that definitely made the experience a little bit better. But most of the book was just inner dialogue, and honestly I felt like Nesta, the main character, is just like really annoying. I know she's been through a lot, blah blah blah, whatever. I just think she's really annoying. I think that there was way too much smut and it was annoying. Farah and Reese, or however you say their names, they were extremely hypocritical and annoying. Every single character in this book was annoying except for like some of the other little librarians. Like I liked them, I liked their character arcs. So honestly, I'm gonna go back and rate it 1 star. I just changed it to 1 star because I just didn't care that much about it. And if she releases another book in ACOTAR, will I read it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But then after that, I finished A Court of Hearts and Hunger, which is the second book in the Wicked Darlings series by Rebecca F. Kinney. This entire book series was so surprising to me. I did not think that I would like it as much as I did, but the first book was a Nutcracker retelling, and there were fae in it, and it was so good. I think I gave it 5 stars, 4 or 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. And then the second book was an Alice in Wonderland retelling, but some of the main characters from the first book are in the second one, and there's like a little poly relationship in this book, which I love. The first book is definitely my favorite of the series, but the second book came very close, and I also rated that 4 stars. So if you like The Wizard of Oz with a little bit of a spicy, dark twist with some fae in it, then you'll really like it. And I also finished book 3 a couple of days ago, actually I think yesterday, which is A City of Emeralds and Envy, and this was a Wizard of Oz retelling. I didn't like this one as much as the other 2 just because I felt like there were way too many characters to keep up with. But if you like books with not a good plot and a whole lot of smut, you might really like this 3rd book because there was a lot of it. And there wasn't just like a poly relationship, there was like a, I don't even know what you call it when there's 4 of them. There was a lot, okay? And honestly, it was really enjoyable, but I only gave that 3 stars because it was just not as good as the others in my opinion, but it was still enjoyable. And then I also read a visual guide to American Girl, and I counted this in my Goodreads goal because it took me and my coworker were reading it at work together. It took me like 4 hours to read it, and it had like 300 pages. And it was just a bunch of information and history about American Girl, which I collect American Girl dolls, so it was very interesting to learn about the dolls and their history and where the company came from and everything. I counted that in my reading goal, and I really enjoyed it. And then lastly, I finished Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey, which was supposed to be one of her holiday books. I don't really know why this was considered a holiday book. The only thing that made this book a holiday book was being based in December, but there wasn't any talk about Christmas or holidays or really anything like that. And the reason it's called Wreck the Halls is because the 2 main characters are on a reality show called Wreck the Halls. Yeah, I don't really know why it's marketed as a Christmas book. I just didn't really like it, honestly. I gave it 2 stars. The book was really cringy, which sucks because I actually do really like Tessa Bailey. I think that she's like a funny person and a funny author. I really like watching her TikToks, and I like a lot of her books, but this one was just kind of a miss for me. They were saying like really new age things like slay, and I love saying slay. I think it's so fun to tell people that they're slaying, but like when you read it in a book, it just feels like really cringy. I don't know, I thought I was gonna enjoy this more because it was based in a reality TV show, and I absolutely love reality TV, but it just was a little too cringe for me. And the insta love between the two main characters was also cringe for me. I just didn't feel any type of chemistry between them. And the book genuinely almost put me in a reading slump just because I was forcing myself to finish it. So I finished it on January 18th, which was just way after Christmas. So I think my mind was just like already past Christmas and wanted the book to be done with. So those are the 5 books that I have read. I know that was a lot of talking, but I wanted to update you guys on all of those. Now to get into what I'm currently reading. So I am currently reading the second book to the Percy Jackson series, which is Sea of Monsters. I'm gonna listen to the audiobooks of the entire Olympians series just because going back and reading them, I would just rather listen to them since I read them when I was a kid. I'm rereading them because of the new Percy Jackson show that came out, but I started watching the new Percy Jackson show and I absolutely hate it. I think the acting is so cringy and so terrible, and I'm sorry if you like it, but I genuinely just can't get over the bad acting. It literally sounds like they're just sitting there and reading from a script. There's like, it's so monotone, and like the choices that they made during the show just doesn't make much sense to me. It's really dull, and I just don't like it. So I'm probably not going to continue with the show, which is really disappointing because I've been looking forward to it since they announced it. And then my buddy read book for Patreon this month is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. So I started that. I already had it physically because I got it on Book Outlet, but I'm actually reading it on my Kindle because I just prefer reading on a Kindle. And it's also on Kindle Unlimited, so I've been reading it on Kindle Unlimited. And I'm like 25% into the book and I'm really enjoying it. And it's gonna be a quick read since it's a pretty small book. And it's also the book club book at my library right now too, which is a funny coincidence. That was not planned at all. So that's really fun. And then the next book that I plan on reading after I finish this one is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, because this is the buddy read book on my Fable book club, which I'll have down below if you guys would like to join. We read Divine Rivals together on Fable, so I figured I'd put the second book as well. I pre-ordered this and had this delivered, and it literally delivered like Christmas Eve, and I just haven't picked it up yet. I did really like Divine Rivals. I think I gave it like 3 or 4 stars, so I'm excited to read this because it came out not too far after I finished the first one, which is pretty cool. And I also have a little bit of book mail for you guys as well. So I got a delivery this morning, and one thing that's been really exciting for me in this past year is that more publishers have started sending me ARCs and books and stuff because I've been doing so many more reviews because I've been able to read, and I'm also working at a library, so I get sent more books as well because I work at a library. And it's been really fun to be able to get books early because it's never something that I've really been able to experience before, and I'm very thankful for it. And for some reason, Tessa Bailey's publishers have been wanting to send me her books, and I'm not complaining. Like I said, I really do like Tessa Bailey. So I got Tessa Bailey's new book in the mail, this one. So this is Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. Here's the front of it. I've been seeing a lot of like funny memes and stuff on this book because apparently he's like a golfer and he's supposed to be like a bad boy, but like a bad boy golfer is just kind of giving like frat boy energy. So I am definitely going to read it and I will probably enjoy it, but I just think it's funny that like he's supposed to be like a bad boy golfer. Like I don't know what's like scary about that, but yeah, it says right here, New York Times bestseller Tessa Bailey launches a super sexy sports romance, which I do love sports romances, with a rom-com that pairs a bad boy golfer with his biggest fan. It goes on sale February 13th, so it comes out in about a month. So I got this sent from HarperCollins Publishers, which is just so kind, so thank you so much to them for sending it to me. Yeah, that's my little book mail, my little book update. So there is some other fun book related stuff that I want to do, but right now there's other stuff that I need to do. So I'm gonna do all of that, and I will probably maybe try to read a little bit more tonight, but Saturdays are the days that I hang out with my boyfriend, so I don't really read that much, but I will update you guys later. At work today, I finished The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. And you know, I was so looking forward to this book being my book club book. this month. Like, I was so excited about it. I've had this book on my shelves since it came out, and the cover is beautiful. I'm probably just gonna keep it for the cover because I hated this book. I feel like if I read this a couple years ago, I maybe would have liked it, but it was so one-dimensional. Like, I try to have low standards for romance books, especially newer romance books, because it's just very like copy paste of each other, I feel like, nowadays. And this one just really disappointed me. And the reason I was so excited for it is because the woman is the bodyguard to the man. So I really liked the non-stereotypical aspect of that. I was expecting a strong female main character, one that doesn't back down to men, one who just doesn't back down to people in general, someone who is just like a very strong, opinionated, firm in their beliefs woman. And we got the complete opposite. I am going to spoil what I want to talk about with this book because I want to talk about it. I read a review on Goodreads, and I'm gonna follow my review because I start talking about books, my brain just like turns off. So when you read the description of the book, you think it's going to be just like a strong female lead, and you're expecting this girl to be a professional bodyguard. But as soon as and by the way, if you want to skip spoilers, once you see this book go down out of the screen, I won't be talking about the book anymore. So if the book is still up, I'm talking about that. And instead we got a female main character who literally folded the second she met the actor that she is supposed to be protecting. Basically what this story is about is this female main character is a professionally trained bodyguard. Keep that in mind. She's with an agency. She's been a bodyguard for famous CEOs, famous people, rich people. She's done it. She's traveled around the world. She's done it. So you expect her to be smart, knowledgeable, strong, good in her job, right? You would expect her to be good in her job. But it's just like all of her professionalism went out the freaking door when she got assigned to this famous actor who is known for just being like this hunky, sexy actor. I don't know. The second she meets him, she literally like folds and starts like acting so unprofessional. She doesn't act like a bodyguard at all. There is just barely any of that at all. And she basically gets assigned to him because he has like this crazy stalker, and he has to go home to his family house because his mom has cancer. So he's like staying a couple weeks. So she needs to pretend to be his bodyguard because he doesn't want his family to know he's in danger. So she pretends to be his girlfriend even though she's just being his bodyguard. So you expect this dynamic where they're fake dating, so she doesn't know anything about him and stuff like that. And then behind closed doors, she would be a professional. But it just like, I just felt like it wasn't done well. And we were given like all of these different things that weren't also done well, like the trauma that these characters have dealt with in their past. I feel like it wasn't talked about very well. And you are telling me that a woman who is professionally trained with an agency as a bodyguard is going to freak out over being licked by a cow. And also, in the book, it clearly states that her and her agency that were assigned to the case, they searched and looked at the entire area of where the house is that she is staying at to make sure that the entire perimeter is safe for them to be at. The perimeter of the house is covered with a deadly river that is known to kill a bunch of people, but for some reason, this female main character, who is also a bodyguard, didn't know about this deadly river, even though it clearly stated that they knew everything about the perimeter of the house. And she nearly drowns, so the guy main character rescues her. And the whole point of being a bodyguard is that you're supposed to be on high alert. You're not supposed to be walking into a river barefoot. Like, she wasn't professional from the get-go. Like, there was literally no professionalism with her at all. Like, we didn't even really get to see her being a bodyguard. And at the end, I'm not gonna talk about the ending fully. Ending was so stupid. The stalker guy, and I can't. I can't. It was just not good at all. Plot, the writing, the romance. The romance I didn't even feel anything between them at all to even make me feel better about them. Like, I legitimately could not stand this book. I gave it 1 star. And I'm very upset that I didn't like it. I was expecting more, and I was most excited about the bodyguard aspect, but we barely even got that. And we were also supposed to care about this family that we were barely really introduced to. Like, we were introduced to them, but they only had like a couple of scenes. So was I supposed to feel sad about his mom having cancer when, I don't know. I don't know. I'm ranting. So now the next book that I'm going to pick up is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, the second book in the Divine Rivals series. I don't know how many books there's gonna be in this series, but I did enjoy the first one, so I did pre-order the second one. And I might still read it on my Kindle because the words are really tiny. But yeah, I won't be able to have time to read tonight. I'll probably read at work tomorrow. So I will update you guys when I start reading this, and I hope this is a lot better than The Bodyguard. All right, I got a little bit of a book haul and my battery's about to die and my SD card's about to be full, so I have to do this quick. First, on my reading updates, I am on page 47 of Ruthless Vows. I am enjoying it more than the first book. It starts off with a lot of action and I am really enjoying it. So there's the update. Then I went to Barnes & Noble today and I finally used my Christmas gift card. It took me forever to find things that I want, but I found some stuff today to buy and use my gift card. So I got Sky's End by Mark J. Gregson. This is a middle grade book. I've been seeing it everywhere on Instagram and the author seems very wholesome. He is a teacher, he's a dad. I don't know, I literally just bought it to support the author because the author just seems like a very wholesome guy. And honestly, the book is stunning underneath the dust jacket as well. I don't read middle grade too much, but this seems very interesting and I feel like this book will probably go pretty far. I think it's becoming pretty popular. Then I got Divine Rivals because obviously I bought the second book, but I never had the first one. They also had a special edition of Ruthless Vows at Barnes & Noble, but I didn't buy it since I already had it. But I went ahead and got the first book because I did enjoy it enough to read it again in the future. And then I bought The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I did get the book from the library, but I wasn't expecting the book to be as big as it was. And I want to take my time reading this and I want to annotate it and everything just so I can understand everything that's going on. So I went ahead and I bought it physically and I got the floppy paperback because I actually like the paperback more than the hardcover. And I'm going to be reading this in the next couple of months. And then lastly, this is actually a free book that I got from work. This is The House of Leaves by Mark Z. Daniel Whiskey. I can't say that last name. This is apparently one of the scariest books of all time. And I see a lot of people start it with a lot of hope and then DNFing it pretty quick. I'll probably DNF it because I'm not that smart, but I got it because it was free and maybe eventually I'll try to deep dive into this wonderful scary world of The House of Leaves, but I don't know if I ever will. There's my very quick book haul and I don't know if I'm gonna read, but I'll update you guys when I do. It is February 1st and I just got home from work and I came home to 2 book-related packages, so I figured I would open them on camera. One is a new sleeve for my Kindle Paperwhite, and this is the January Fairyloot box. It's almost like the universe heard me complaining about the fact that my box hasn't came yet because I was complaining about it today and then I get home and it's in my mailbox. But to be fair, I did not ever get a notification that it even shipped. So I didn't even know it was gonna show up, but I don't know the box. I didn't get spoiled for it, so I'm very excited to see what it's going to be. So the theme is Star Chosen and I pay for the adult box, so this is going to be the adult book. My dog literally just pulled my bookmark out of my fucking book and I have absolutely no idea where I'm at in this book. We have the pretty book sleeve cover. And oh, I can already see the sprayed edges. They look so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, it's upside down. Boom, here's the card. The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. Wow, this is a beautiful book. I love the way that they made this like hollow. The back says, curses are made to be broken. The sprayed edges are absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's like the galaxy. It is signed by the author. I think it's digitally signed, yeah, for sure. I don't know if it sounds like something that I would typically read, so we'll see. I mean, it's really pretty. I'm probably gonna display it with the sprayed edges showing just because it's so pretty. Oh, wow, it's a reversible dust jacket. Yay! Okay, well, here's what the bare book looks like. We have some mountains, I think. Mountains and a river, I'm not too sure. And the inside Has some art. There's a man on this side. He looks very handsome. Don't know why I just brought out my Georgia voice, but this is the reversible side. But I think I prefer this side more just because it's sparkly. But this side is very pretty as well. And then to update you guys on my reading, now that Mochi pulled the bookmark out of my book, I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm at. I believe I was like halfway through it of Ruthless Vows. I'm still really enjoying it. It is still a 4 or 5 star read for me right now. And this book is giving me so many more things than the first book gave me, which I'm very happy about. And then today at work, I printed out a bunch of book covers and fan art and stuff for the books that I've read to update my reading journal for the month of January, because I haven't filled it out this entire month, but I did read every single day in the month of January, which I am proud about. And I finished 7 books in the month of January, which I'm also proud about. So, and then I'm gonna show you guys the Kindle skin that I bought, and then I'm going to make a TikTok on me decorating my Kindle, because I'm trying to grow my TikTok, because you know, it seems like TikTok is the place to be now. So I actually found this small business on Etsy, and I was very surprised to see that they are literally from my hometown, the town that I grew up in. So that was really exciting to be able to see that, and they had tons of sales, so they're a very big small business. So I was very happy to be able to support someone from my hometown, because I feel like that's pretty cool. Because I used to live in like a random part of Georgia. I still do live in a random part of Georgia, but it was very random. Here it is. And I'm so happy because all of their skins are literally so precious, so cute. So it is a little mushroom skin. See it a little bit better here. So it's like cutesy and cottagecore at the same time, which is the theme that I wanted to do for my Kindle. And I'm very excited. The cats are literally just messing each other up over here. Alright, to update you guys on my reading, today is February 5th, and I haven't gotten any farther in Ruthless Vows. Really enjoying it. I just wanted to pick up something else because my Patreon buddy read book for February is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, and I also made this little Kindle poof for my Kindle last night. So I've been using this to read on my Kindle. I made it with this like really pretty like flower fabric that I'm absolutely obsessed with. I'm 50% into this book. I read 50% of the book in one night. This book is addicting. I was sitting here kicking my feet and giggling. I love the humor in it. It's just really fun. I love that the man falls first and he's like absolutely obsessed with her. I love that trope. I love when the man falls first. It's just so good. and it's about two serial killers who have this competition with each other to find other bad people themselves, and they make it like a yearly competition to see who can kill first. But the guy is like just obsessed with the girl because he just loves how she does things, and he's literally obsessed with her. There are a lot of trigger warnings for this book, so make sure to check those out if you get triggered easily, but so good. Literally so good. The humor is so good. It's like a romantic comedy with some like murder in it, and I love that. So that's my book updates. I'm gonna try to finish the book either tonight or tomorrow, but I do have a lot of sponsored stuff that I have to do for my main channel, and I just can't stop staring at this. I don't know if you guys could see me like staring at it, but I kind of want to start selling these because this just came out so cute. I don't know though. It's so cute though. Reading update. It is currently February 7th, and a couple days ago I finished Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I'm very sad to say that I didn't really enjoy it that much. I did give it 3 stars because the first 50% of the book I was really enjoying. I really do like the characters, but there was just a lot missing that I felt like could have been done a lot better. There was a lot of plot holes. There were also many time skips, and within those time skips, we were just assuming that the two main characters were getting closer and closer, but we were not seeing that or hearing anything about them getting closer. So I didn't really feel the connection between the two main characters because it was just done off page, which you can't really do in a book, I feel like. And I thought it was gonna be darker than it was. I really did like the humor and stuff, and I'm definitely gonna read the second book because the side characters were more interesting than the main characters, which always annoys me when the side characters are so much more interesting and have so much more depth than the main characters. So I'm definitely gonna read the second book. I gave the first one 3 stars. I didn't love it. I wish I did like it more, but I didn't. So I did finish that a couple days ago, and then afterwards I picked up The Fabric of Our Souls by K.M. Moranova. This is what the cover looks like. It's like a skeleton, I think. So this is supposed to be a dark romance as well. I just saw it on Kindle Unlimited and it sounded good. Normally, if I'm in the mood for just random romances, I'll just scroll through Kindle Unlimited and I'll pick a random one. So far from what I've gotten from this book is, look up the trigger warnings, of course, but it is about the main character who has a lot of mental health issues, and in the beginning of the book, she tries to off herself, like literally within like the first 2 pages, and she wakes up in this like mental institution, and she wakes up to this very like brooding, rude, handsome nurse, and come to find out he's also in the mental institution with her. And that's all I've gotten so far, is that she's been sent to a mental institution and there's this like weird, dark, brooding guy who also is there. That's all I know. I don't know where the story's gonna go. I just read a little bit of the synopsis and I was like, this sounds great. So I am working today. I leave for work in about 10 minutes and I'm probably just going to read at work because I'm really intrigued by it, and I do think the cover of the book is absolutely beautiful. So we'll see if I like it, and I'll update you guys later. Hey guys, it is February 16th and I haven't really been reading that much, so that's why I haven't really updated lately. I always go into a reading slump at the like literal same time every single year. So I did read 8 books in January, but usually like February through like April, I always go into a really bad reading slump. And I'm in the middle of Ruthless Vows and it's not even bad. I just don't want to read. Like, I'm just not in the mood. So I do have some book mail here from bookoutlet.com. You guys have been using my link for Book Outlet, so I've been getting rewards. So all of these items I'm showing you, I got for free thanks to you guys, so thank you. So this first thing I'm going to show you is actually not even really a book. I got this for my main channel because I've been testing out crochet kits on my main channel. So this is the Tiny World Crochet Kit, and it's by Lauren Espy, and I actually have a Lauren Espy crochet book already, and I really enjoy it. So I saw this on Book Outlet for like $5, so I decided to go ahead and get it so I can make a video on it. And it's really cute. It's a little koala. Now for the actual books, I got The Curse Workers by Holly Black because I've actually never even heard of this book by her before. I really do like Holly Black, so I went ahead and I grabbed it. I believe it's like all of the books in one, maybe? Kind of sounds like a paranormal romance. I can't really tell, but it's gigantic and it sounds really good. And then I got some of the classics. So I have slowly been collecting these classics that they put on Book Outlet because they have like all of them. So I have Dracula, Emma, I have a couple of other ones too. But for the book club book at work, I believe next month we're reading Wuthering Heights, and I've never read it before. So I went ahead and grabbed this edition of Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, which is a classic. I'm not a big classic girly, but I would like to be. So yeah, it's like leather bound. These are the Paper Mill Press editions, and they are beautiful. Then I got Alice's Adventures in Wonderland because I've been obsessed with Alice in Wonderland lately, thanks to the dark romance retelling that I read in December by Rebecca Kinney. And I also got The Wonderful Wizard of Oz because I'm also now interested in The Wizard of Oz because of the Wicked Darlings series by Rebecca Kinney. So I grabbed these just out of pure, like, I'm hyperfixating on these stories right now. And also the covers are just beautiful. So now I have a pretty large Paper Mill Press collection, and I need to just put all of them together because now I finally have enough to kind of display them all together all pretty and stuff. That was my little haul that I got for free. I'll put a link for Book Outlet down below, and if you use my link, you do get, I think, a $10 coupon. And they have really, really cheap books on there. All of these books were like $4 each. So I did pick up Beautiful Villain by Rebecca Kinney. This is Rebecca's new book that is coming out in a couple of months. I was able to pick up the ARC for it. This is a Great Gatsby retelling, and Gatsby is a vampire in this retelling, which is amazing. So far, I don't want to give like too many spoilers or anything because the book is not even out yet. But so far, you know, I really like Rebecca's writing. I've kind of gotten cringed out a little bit because there is a lot of very modern things in the book. Like, it talks about K-pop. I believe it talked about BTS. It has talked about TikTok in it. And like Dark Gatsby vampire retelling that talks about TikTok kind of throws me out of the world, even though it's supposed to be like a modern retelling. So I know, I understand. It's just like kind of cringe when, you know, that happens to me. I don't know. Hey guys, it's February 20th. I still have not read anything, but February's Fairyloot box did come in the mail today, and for once it actually came in the month that I ordered it, so that's good. Oh, the theme is Vikings, which I don't think I've ever read a book with Vikings in it. I always get so excited to see these books because they're always so stunning. Whoa, holy crap, this book is stunning. This is A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. Look at the cover of this, guys. It has like two crows and then some like a sword and an axe. It's like gold foiled. Here's the side of it. Holy crap. And then the sprayed edges look like this. It has like runes. Born in fire, chosen by the gods, it was foretold she would unite a nation, but unfated weave their own destiny even if what they want is forbidden and she wants him. It's a Norse-inspired fantasy romance. Oh, I'm excited. Sounds really good. This is the woman who is supposed to be the main character. She is stunning. It has a guy and a girl kissing on the front with the gold foil. Okay, so this one is actually physically signed by the author because you could see the Sharpie bleeding through the page. So this is not a digital signature, so that's awesome. Signed by the author. I'm super excited to read this now. I'm assuming this is the male main character. Stunning. Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my reading channel, and in today's video we are starting another reading vlog. So I just got home from physical therapy and I wrapped my hand up because I'm about to film an aesthetic unboxing of, well, I actually just filmed one for my book talk, and then I also bought a Kindle Nook that I used 15 years ago, and I'm going to make an aesthetic unboxing TikTok of that and make a YouTube video. That YouTube video is probably already out. And my hand is gross, so I covered it with pink tape so people didn't have to look at the pin sticking out of my finger. So if you see this, just ignore it. It's just for aesthetic purposes. But I wanted to go ahead and start this reading vlog and show you guys some book mail. So I have been waiting for my, what month is it? My April or May? My May Fairyloot box apparently was running behind, and I got it today on June like 4th, which is not a huge deal. I was talking about it in my last video. My past like 2 or 3 Fairyloot boxes have been late, and that's a bit irritating when you're spending like $40 a month. So I have been kind of skipping the books, but I did finally get the last month that I paid for. Honestly, so worth the wait. The theme of the month was cottagecore, and you guys know cottagecore is like my aesthetic. I mean, I have many different aesthetics, but cottagecore is the one that just like, it makes my heart just feel so happy, and I love cottagecore so much. So let me show you the book because it's probably my favorite book that I have gotten from Fairyloot so far. I have no idea what it's about. I've never even heard of it before, but now I want to read it like right now. This is The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields, and it has like a little bee like on the C right here, and it's gold foiled, but the sprayed edges is a honeycomb with little bees. Such a beautiful touch. Then we also have gold foiled end sheets, a reversible dust jacket, and a beautiful honey pot on the cover of the book. And the reversible dust jacket is just as beautiful, but I think I prefer this one just because of all the flowers and everything. I took some pretty photos outside. I was hoping that one of the bees that like to hang out in my yard and attack me all the time would come and help me with the photo, but the bee decided not to show up today. So yeah, I took some cute pictures with this outside because it's just the perfect like outdoor book to take pictures of, and absolutely obsessed with that beautiful book. It is stunning. And then at the same time, I also got some tea delivered, and I'm showing you this because this is actually book-related tea. So this is from plumdeluxe.com. They contacted me and asked me if I wanted to try their Bookish teas. I just got into drinking tea the past like year, and I enjoy it more than coffee some days. Like I really enjoy putting creamer and sugar in it, and it just tastes really yummy. So I will put a link for the website down below. They're not sponsoring me or anything. They were just kind enough to send me some tea to try out, and I'm very excited. So they have loose leaf teas. They also have like different accessories that you can buy to make tea and stuff like that as well. And they have different types of flavors to try. So I told them that I prefer sweeter type of teas. I don't like floral or like flowery type teas. I don't like any of that. I like vanilla, cinnamon, sweet stuff, and they definitely hooked me up with that here. So first we've got, this is called Reading Nook Black Tea. So this is black tea, rose petals, lavender, chamomile, and vanilla essence. So I've never tried any that have lavender and rose, so I'm excited for that. And I like that there's some vanilla hinted in there, so it might make it a little bit sweeter. But it comes in this bag here. As you can see, everything is themed around different books, which is just incredible because everybody who loves to read needs a sweet little drink beside them. You know. And then this one is Italian wedding cake, which just sounds so amazing. This is black tea, green rooibos, no idea what that is. Coconut pieces, cinnamon chips, vanilla, pecan, coconut, caramel, walnut, orange blossom, safflower. Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. Both of these, definitely want to try the wedding cake one. I may make some a little bit later when I'm relaxing and reading later this afternoon, but I do have a lot of work stuff that I need to do right now, so I will make this later with you guys. And they also sent me a little strainer that's shaped like a heart. I do have some cute tea strainers that are like in the shapes of cats, and I also have one with like a crystal on it, and now I have a heart one. So that's really fun and really cute. So thank you Plum Deluxe for sending me that tea. I definitely recommend checking them out below, especially if you like tea, because literally everything is related. And they also included a little recipe here for the Reading Nook tea latte. So you can use that tea and make a tea latte with this recipe card. So that's really fun. But now I'm going to film my Nook unboxing for here on YouTube and also on TikTok. It is a couple days later and I just made my cup of tea with the Italian cake one, I believe is what it's called. I did put some sugar and a little bit of creamer in there because I am not a girly who likes tea that is not sweet. So I do put sugar in it, and I have not tried it yet, but it smells amazing. Like it literally smells like straight up just sweet, like vanilla cupcake. So let's go ahead and try it. Oh my gosh. That is so good. It's like, it tastes very sweet, like cake, but then it has the taste of tea. 10 out of 10 recommend. Plum Deluxe, for sure. I will definitely be buying more of this. Anyways, you get the idea. I'll put a link for the website down below. I have my breakfast burrito here. I work in about an hour and a half, so I need to get to eating. I'm still currently reading War by Laura Velosa. I'm about 50% into the book, loving it so much more than the first. It is a lot darker. It's actually based in Palestine, and it does talk about Gaza and all of the things that is currently happening in the world right now. So it does hit a little bit differently because the things that are being talked about in the book is happening in real life, and I think that's what the author meant to do. But it definitely like just makes you, you know, so much more sad of what's going on in this world. Not that, you know, it wasn't sad before, but do keep that in mind. It does talk about it in the second book, but I enjoy that more because it's more real. It helps, you know, talk about it and spread the message a little bit more, even if it's done in a fiction book. It's really good so far. The romance is still very slow burn. I'm 50% into it, and I mean, there's been a little bit of romance, but nothing too crazy yet, and I'm really enjoying that. All right, so a little update on my reading. I don't know when I last updated you. I'm still reading the second Horseman book, but I'm almost done with it. I am 86% into the book, and I just got hit with the trope that I hate the most, and I'm not going to say what it is because it is a spoiler, but if you've been watching me for a while, you probably know what trope it is, and I just got hit with that, and it kind of ruined the vibe for me a little bit. It's still a 4-star read. I'm very much enjoying it, but that trope does annoy me, so yeah, there's that. And then also, I got so lucky to get the Leather and Lark audiobook at my library. I got it like immediately with requesting it. So I have been listening to the audiobook of Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. This is the second book to the Ruinous Love trilogy. I think there's gonna be another book, I'm assuming. I didn't really like the first book at all, but the main characters in this book I really enjoyed in the first book. I love the voice actors for this audiobook. My cat just made the whole rug move. I'm loving the voice actors. The girl voice actor reminds me of Rapunzel from Tangled. She sounds just like her. It's like a different cast, like there's a full cast with a bunch of different characters, male and female. And I am only on like chapter 2, but I'm very much enjoying it right now. So I've just been listening to this when I'm just driving to work or driving to physical therapy or just kind of doing things where I need to listen. And I have like 17 days left to continue listening to it before it goes to the many different people who also want to listen to it. So I got to do it pretty quickly, but I'm very happy with that. And that has been my reading for the past couple of weeks. I went to the pool yesterday and I just read this at the pool. I wish I would have filmed a little bit. There were a lot of people and it's just like a small neighborhood pool. So I felt like everybody was watching me even though they probably weren't. I had fun. I really wish I would have filmed the pool because it was fun. I ordered some pizza. I have been craving pizza for like a week and I have a pretty bad headache. That's why my face is so red. I have a headache. I ran out of headache meds and I just want some pizza. So I'm waiting for my pizza to get here. And then I'm going to try to finish this book tonight so I can start the third book, which is called Famine, I believe.
Why are you telling that part? I've been doing a little work too. I'm getting to my little situation over here. That's the packaging.
13th birthday, when my brothers cobbled together enough money to buy ingredients to make me a cake. And we all know what they say about wishes. Catch an irritated sigh in my chest. Try to keep my apathetic mask from slipping.
It is the next day and I finished the second Horseman book, which was War. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because I did still enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the ending, unfortunately. And I also do have to say I feel like the book was very repetitive, but I did enjoy it more than the first. I just felt like the same things kept happening over and over again though, but the interactions between the two main characters made it worth it. But if it was any other main characters that annoyed me, I probably would have not continued on with the series. So I finished that, and then I am picking up the third one. So this is Famine. I have my little bookmark that I made at work on it right now. I also, we got some new Squishmallow bookmarks in at the library. So I took all of the Squishmallow bookmarks. I mean, we had like thousands, so I mean, I took each of one for myself. And also this one right here, it's a Chihuahua. It says Beauty and the Bee. And you guys, my little bookmark collection here. So we've got some Squishmallow bookmarks, and I just grabbed every single one. I think we have some more too, but I was putting them out for the patrons, and I was like, okay, but I need these in my life. And I've just come to start collecting bookmarks. So I have a huge bookmark collection. Even though they're just like cheap ones, I love them so much. I also like to include bookmarks in like shop orders and stuff. Or if I sell a book on like Pango Books, I'll add like a bookmark in the order and stuff too. Just cause it's a fun time. But yeah, these books are pretty thick. I can't believe I've already read 2 of these that have been this big. I think I'm going to try to read it physically, but if my hand starts hurting, I will just pick my Kindle back up. But I don't know, I think I just want to see like physically how much I get into the book. And also it stares at me at work, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab it. And I also preferred this cover over the shirtless men covers that are on the Kindle. So yeah, I'm starting that one. And then for the Leather and Lark audiobook, I am 24, I don't know if it'll focus, I'm 24% into the book. And this is a marriage of convenience trope. And at first I didn't really understand the point of the marriage for the convenience in the story. And that's one thing that sucks about listening to audiobooks, is that if your brain kind of flurries off for like 30 seconds, you can miss like a very important part of the story. So I had my Discord members explain to me why the marriage of convenience was happening, because I was genuinely so confused on why it was needed. But now I understand. I am very much enjoying the banter between the 2 main characters. The audiobook is incredible. The Irish accent of Lachlan is so freaking good. And just the voice actors in general are just so good. So I'm very happy that I decided to do the audiobook, but also when I'm listening at work and like one of my coworkers says something or I hear something, then it brings me out of the audiobook and then I miss stuff sometimes. So that's an issue. But I got off work early today. I worked the morning shift, thank God, because I'm actually so tired. So I am probably just going to rest the rest of the day. I don't know when I last updated you guys, and this is totally not book related at all, but I've been craving cookies for like days now. And I saw an ad for Crumble Cookie and I folded and I got Crumble Cookie. So I figured I'd do a little taste test of the week. If you guys don't know what Crumble Cookie is, it's a company that makes these gigantic gourmet type cookies. They're literally the size of my head, and they come out with new recipes every single week. So every week there's a new cookie to try. And I don't order them often because they are very expensive for a cookie. But honestly, I do think they're worth the money because they're huge and they last a while if you only eat a little bit a day. Because I can only eat a couple bites before I'm like in a sugar coma. But I wanted to show you guys the spread here. So it's kind of hard to see. So, and I'm just gonna do a taste test because why not? It's kind of fun, right? So this first one here is blueberry pancake. I love blueberries and I love pancakes. So here we are. Let's try it. It smells yummy. I think this is like cream cheese icing. They're still so warm too. Okay, that was really good. Doesn't taste like a blueberry pancake. It kind of just tastes like a cookie with cream cheese on it. Still very yummy. And then we just have like the basic chocolate chip, which everybody knows what chocolate chip is, but it is a lot of chocolate. So I'm only gonna take a little bite because I'm gonna be like sick. And then we have ultimate peanut butter. And I would pick them up and show you the whole cookie, but they're still so warm that they're falling apart when I pick them up. So ultimate peanut butter. Peanut butter, I love peanut butter. Anybody that knows me, I will eat spoonfuls of peanut butter. And then this is really random, but this last thing right here isn't even a cookie. It's like a little brownie. And it was an option, so I chose it. I don't remember what kind of brownie it was, but it's in like a little plate. So I got a fork to try to eat it because it's like whipped cream on the top. It's super thick. I mean, that you could buy and eat that thing just by itself. I would like it more if it didn't have so much whipped cream on the top, but it's still very yummy. That one's like cold. And it also is like salty too. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my taste buds are all like jumbled up right now. My favorite is the blueberry pancake one. So yummy. I wish I would have gotten maybe another cookie instead of this brownie thing. There weren't any other cookies that sounded good. I had 3 bites of a cookie and now I'm like now I feel like I'm full of sugar and like so full. I don't order unless it's a good week. It's a very good week. Definitely recommend Blueberry Pancake. Hey guys, so it is June 17th and I'm currently dyeing my hair, hence the way I look. I wanted to update you guys on my reading. So to update on that, I started reading the 4th volume of Nana while I was at work the other day. I am almost finished with it. I couldn't quite finish it during my shift, so I'm going to finish it tonight. And then I'll start volume 5. Then for the Leather and Lark audiobook, I am 75% into the audiobook and it's a solid 3.5 star read for me. I am very much enjoying it, but I do have to say the book, like nothing really happens in the book. I don't know if I'm the only person that feels that way. Like the character building is great and I really enjoy the chemistry between the characters, but there's not much happening with the plot or not much just happening in general. It's just a whole lot of talking and thinking and not a lot of things happening. And then I still have not started Famine by Laura Thalassa yet. So, oh, I also forgot to mention that I picked up Ruthless Vows again. If you guys have been watching my recent reading vlogs, I've been trying to read Ruthless Vows since the book came out. So I picked it up on my Kindle here, and I am like 60% into the book, and I've just been picking it up slowly, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's honestly still like almost a 5-star read for me. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read it. It's just really sad, and sometimes I'm not in the sad mood, but yeah, I'm enjoying that. And I also have some book mail. I have a book outlet order that is on the way. I don't know when that's coming. I haven't checked, but this came from Mercari. So Mercari and Pango Books are the two places that I like to buy special editions of books, because people tend to sell them for a decent price. Sometimes you can see them for ridiculous prices, but since you guys use my Mercari link a lot, I get free credits, and I got this book for free thanks to you guys. So check out my link down below for Mercari. You get like a $10 coupon off your first order or something using my link. So it's a win-win for everybody. This book I have been wanting for a while, and it was free, so why not? Oh, it's stunning. Okay, so this is Evocation, or Evocation, I don't even know how to pronounce that word, by S.T. Gibson. S.T. Gibson is the author of A Dowry of Blood, which is one of my all-time favorite books. And this cover, first of all, the cover of all of S.T. Gibson's books are just stunning, but here's what it looks like. This is a special edition. I don't remember. Yes, this was a Fairyloot special edition that came out that I either missed buying or just didn't see the email for it, because I definitely would have bought it. But luckily, the person I got it from only had it listed for like $20, and then I used my credits, so I got it for free. So I'm glad I didn't buy it. But I think the original edition is like a bluish gray color, and I really do love the red, and it's gonna go really pretty with my Fairyloot edition of A Dowry of Blood as well. So here are the sprayed edges. Hopefully it'll focus. Let's see. There we go. Or not. Terrible lighting right now. It says, only blood can rewrite blood. I'll read this little snippet of what it's about because it's really short. It says, when a family curse threatens the life of David, a medium, he will turn to the only person he's ever trusted, his sorcerer ex-boyfriend, Reese, which means he will have to open his heart to Mora, Reese's astrologer wife. Meet David, Reese, and Mora for the first time as they navigate magic-riddled Boston through secret societies, familial bonds, and beyond the grave, and much more in this gorgeous, richly imagined novel. So I've noticed that S.T. Gibson writes a lot of poly relationships, and I think that this is going to be a poly relationship. I really enjoyed it in A Dowry of Blood. It was very good. Wow. It has an interchangeable dust jacket, which I kind of like the other side more. Here's the book. Wow. There's like a tarot card with 2 hands. That is stunning. Here is the reversible dust jacket, which I don't know which one I like more. They're both really pretty. I'd rather be exceptional than average. Pressure is a part of the package. And then also the end pages. So yeah, love this. I also need to get a Malice in Education by S.T. Gibson as well. And then I think I'll have every book by them. I don't know. But I can add this next to A Dowry of Blood. All of S.T. Gibson's books just look so stunning together. Like everything, the vibes are just love. Definitely one of my favorite authors for sure. As you guys saw from the footage, I went to the Chattahoochee Nature Center yesterday, and it was a really, really fun time. They had like all these trails and a butterfly encounter, a beaver, bird, like aviaries, and all of the animals there are disabled birds, and they can't be re-released back into the wild, so they live there, and it's been there for a very long time, since before I was even born, and it's just a great place. And I definitely will go back and hike some more, because there's a lot of hiking trails that we didn't even do because we both got very tired, because it was like 94 degrees outside yesterday, so it was very hot. But I very much enjoyed doing that, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little footage of me doing that. Today I had my 4-week post-op appointment, and I got the pin taken out of my finger. If you guys didn't know, I had a pin sticking out of my finger because my ring finger is broken. My finger is still broken. I do still have to wear my cast. I'm still gonna be in physical therapy for months and months from this point forward, but it's a step in the right direction. I can bend my fingers a little bit more. I've started to be able to pick up things with my middle finger again, and I'm very happy with the progress that I have made. It's been 2 months, a little over 2 months since the injury, so I am proud of my progress. And I'm back at work full time. Life is fine right now. I mean, I'm still like really tired every single day. I've been changing doses on my thyroid medication from my doctor too. So if you guys have experienced it, when you go through like different dosages of medication, it can sometimes just make your brain kind of muddy. So I've been like super tired and I can't stop falling asleep, which is the reason I got started on thyroid medication, is because I could not stay awake and I was having such bad migraines. I like could not exist, and it ended up being that I had thyroid disease. So now I'm just dealing with trying to find the best dose of medication that works for me right now. So I'm just very tired. And also work is super busy because the library during the summer is absolutely insanity because all of the families don't have anything to do. So they go to the library, which is fine. Great, that's what it's there for. But it's also a lot of kids asking me questions and screaming in my face all day. So I'm just exhausted. But anyway, I'm gonna go put this on the bookshelf. I'm making cookies. They're actually ready. So I'm making cookies and I'm going to finish this book. So it is the next day. I don't feel great. My hair is dyed, it worked. I used dark pink on light brown hair and it came out pink. So love that for me. Unfortunately, I tried to do a heatless curl thing and I guess I didn't rinse out all of the hair dye correctly. So my hair is like really cakey. So I need to rewash it today. And I was supposed to go to work today, but my hand hurts so badly, I guess from my appointment yesterday. And also my finger will not stop bleeding. I don't know if you guys can see the tip of it. I had a Band-Aid on it all night and it bled through the Band-Aid. Like the hole from where the pin was just keeps bleeding. And I just didn't feel like coming in and my boss told me I didn't need to. So I'm chilling out today. Last night before bed, I finished volumes 4 and 5 of Nana, the manga. And volume 6, I actually never got from the library. I have like 7, 8, 9, 10. I have the other 10 on order as well. So I'm gonna try to find volume 6 online somewhere to read and then continue reading them. But they just keep getting better and better. I already watched the anime, so I already know what's going to happen. But the anime does stop before the manga finishes. There is some stuff that I don't know about in the later volumes for sure, but love Nana, love it so much. I don't even know if this is a spoiler because this came out in the 90s and I'm also holding a cookie. This came out in the 90s, so yeah, but this definitely feels like it should be a sapphic romance and it is not. I don't know, it feels very gay and it's like I want the Nanas to be together, and I think most people online who stan the show do. But then also I really love Nana and Rin's relationship. I feel like it is very wholesome and the relationship is very precious to me. I also like Nana and Yasu. I just want all of them to date each other. Like honestly, everybody is hot and I love them all. Last night I made Rice Krispie sugar cookies. I kind of cooked them a little too long. I've realized that my new oven in this house is a lot stronger than my old oven. So I tried to do a couple minutes less than what recipes recommend, but it's really yummy. Didn't use an egg or anything. But yeah, today I am going to be cleaning my animal cages. So I'll probably listen to the Leather and Lark audiobook while I do that, and probably will finish that book today. All right, it's later in the day and I am 90% into Leather and Lark. And I'm gonna probably give it like a solid 3-star read unless the ending is just really stupid. And I also forgot to mention last night, I finished listening to Mike Sarantino from the Jersey Shore. I finished his book last night as well. I've been listening to it on and off for the past couple of months and I finished that last night. And I don't give ratings to memoirs because I don't feel like it's right for me to rate somebody's like life story. So I really did enjoy it. I did not know that he went through all of the things that he went through when he was in Jersey Shore. I mean, I grew up watching it and I knew that there was obviously something wrong there, but I didn't know how many drugs and everything that he was on and everything that he was experiencing back then. So it's really interesting to dive deep into his life story and learn more about him. Now seeing him as a dad and a husband and everything, it's really interesting. So if you like Jersey Shore, I definitely recommend listening to it because it's really crazy to hear the backstory of Jersey Shore. Yeah, I finished that and now I want to edit this reading vlog so I can get it out for you guys. I know it was probably very long, but I hope you enjoyed me going all the way back to a couple months ago and also coming back to now, but enjoying filming these reading vlogs again for sure. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.